renusdt, Ren and Stimpy. Ren, what have you got for me, Ren? Now, Ren, this is looking quite something. So, what have you got there? A bit of a flagpole. Let's just narrow that up. How did that go? Let's have a go. I know it's the past. I know it's history. But let's just have a little look and see what he did. Ooh, tasty. Yeah, it came about right from the breakdown, didn't it? Hey, that's quite good. So, just proving the triangle patterns do have validity. They do work. And what is it? Might have been a little while. Had a look. Certainly in the last week or so. Now then, when I last looked, it was up here. You see there? On that, just coming down to that Lusser support. We knew that was coming down. And indeed, in the daily, there was a massive bit of that range there, that fantastic range. So that's come down, found support. Bit of a pattern there. Was it boxy, ignoring the wick, and it looks like a bit of a scoopy continuation pattern upwards. That's wonderful. So that is just a basic W pattern. Comes down, rises up, equal across, and then is met absolutely spot on, going across the neckline there of the W, came through and has met the target fantastically well. And that, let's just have a little look and find out what a person could have had there with the confirmation. Just go through, pardon me, confirmation. Nice big confirmation candle. Maybe whoopee do. So there you go. 7 days, foot back 40%, and you could have really played it safe. But from there, say, look at that, isn't that wonderful? Wow, that's good. Good news. Which reminds me, oh, fucking hell, pardon my French, I better take profit. Yeah, so that's quite good. We're expecting a nice tumble down there. Now, that little support line there. Now, why have I put it in that particular place? Touch down on the candles there. I wonder how that looks in the hourly. Wowzers trousers. So how does that look in the hourly? I see. So that was the basis of the first candle. Coming and reaching across the top there. And you see that just come down. It was looking at attempting support, but that was a slightly higher low. Moving in. And is that a new trend in there? Just a little micro chain. What's the overall trend? Loads of questions yet to be answered. And yeah, it's like breaking the low, isn't it? That's a break low. See, from there, touchy, sort of touchy, and it's broken low. So that's swinging low, and where's it going to consolidate? Where's it going to meet the bottom? We've got a variety of options available. Let's just go on the fibs. Check out the fibs. Fibonacci. Up you go. And let's fall through there. Go on down. Looking a bit sketch, isn't it? But that's 618 on that line, around that 618. Probably going to be looking at coming down there, aren't you? And the good thing about that is we've got this pre-established line. It's been well used before as a resistance line, then a support line, and we're going back. It has sort of there's a lot of pivoting, accessing, a lot of swerving around those points. So there's an approximate place for there, isn't there? Okay? So I'm estimating that might well just calm down and bounce off there. We'll see what happens. And at that point, probably want a new bit of fibs in there. Check out the fib line. And then estimate maybe in the future, see what's coming up. You might have some nice takes on there. That's the first point, so let's just get a line across there. A real serious point, sort of midway. And that, see that gap in there, that gap, sometimes it does come up and vaguely the main body will come up there, or it just will come up maybe a little bit of a touch of wick coming through. But that little gap there is a safe stop sometimes for, that's about the size of a gap, where sometimes fibs just falls kind of short. The candles fall short of that next target line, that technical resistance line or support line. Just does come up slightly short. And that's like a little buffer zone in there. If you come up where that ladder line is, just make it happen. Set that for a target price potentially, right? And that is also based on a bit of historical data. I mean, just want to pop through there, get that candle on. There you go. And you see through there, sort of vague, sort of previous points of interest along there, in that kind of area. You see that little gaps above there, in that sort of little area there, and that equals. And there, see on there, those candles there, just popping above that yellow dotted line, just put in laterally. That's the equal line up there, and so sort of justified. I feel justified in this, putting that as a potential if it really comes back up. Precise target. Is it just going to hover around that point? Even is it going to hover around that point? Is there a sort of little supply zone? Very small supply zone, teeny tiny supply zone. I could put that in just to. Just going to pop that in. Swizzle back. Trying to get that supply zone in through there. Mark it up with the yellow box. That'll do. There you go. So a little potential little supply zone in there. Let's see what's going on. We'll just watch this over the coming times, see what he does. Reflect again. Let's put that on from there, that fibs there. Let's give that a go. Let's take that out again. Yeah, just look, different points, launch points, where there has been after a sort of retracement, seeing from that launch point a sort of general either low, certainly from the where retracement in a trend, mid-trend retracement just after, go from the base of the candle, moving up and see how things are panning out. So you've got 618. Does look like a supply zone, doesn't it? I'm going to shift that supply zone down to there, mate. There he goes, right into there. So I'm taking this as the supply zone in here, right? .50 0618 Fibonacci, and that's an accelerator. Comes down to there, can expect it to fall through. Going to be looking at possible areas of support. The 786 at about 33, 34 USDT, 35, 36, 37 there. So there's 35 and a half to really nearly 37. So that's 36.8, 36.7, so 36.7. 7 I look on there. So probably want to price targets, have a look up when it comes back up again. And what sort of supply zone is there in there? Does that exist? Yes, 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 it does. Off there. Okay, get another little box in there. Little potential on there. Reassess with those fibs. Go for the big fibs. See how that translates out. And again, that's looking good. Tasty 618 right in the middle of that supply box in there, that supply zone, where around that 618, 0618, you have got some decent sort of levels of support and resistance. Just going to put that lower, okay. There you go. So trying to peek through. I'm happy with that as a supply zone. If it does break through there, you can look for support on the trend there. Or what's that? That's a previous trend, isn't it? No, don't want that. So let's go back up into the daily 4 hour maybe. Let's have a little look at it there. So that's a previous trend line. We'll keep that in there. History has a funny way of repeating itself. So put that in there. History, a little bit of history repeating. And then that lower trend line, which is really a test of overall support, eh? Zoom back out onto the daily. See how that looks there. Yeah? Is that really that lateral? Looks it, doesn't it? Right? Or we're dealing with something else. We've got a whole new trend. See what I mean? It's going from there. It's set to come down to there. Let's have a go. Is it in the realm of possibilities? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Alright. Is it in the realm of possibilities? Who knows? Let's swing high, swing low. Let's have a look at that there. Maybe over-egged it. Right. Try to get some sort of accuracy. And then just want to make it nice and visible. Solid line. Very choppy, chop through. Who knows? And hey presto. So just pop out these previous green lines. Don't need that. Don't need any of that. don't need that. Yeah, trying to keep the charts all nice and tidy. Makes the biggest difference, makes it legible. But I do keep stuff in there from previous jobs. It sort of sees where it could be. But taking stuff out can help you look with fresher eyes. Don't lose ideas, but don't let yourself get bogged down by the same idea. Hence, the fresh ideas, new things. There's always something new on CT on the sphere, on the CT sphere. Do have a look at those resources. But is this channeling down? Potentially, could do. If it drops hard, you've still got areas where it could come down to along that way. Which makes sense, doesn't it? Eh? Bang in another one. I think it's going to go high. It wants to go high, doesn't it? It wants to pivot high. Zooming back in. Waiting for the swing though to complete. And then waiting for it to pivot high. I want to see what it does here. Get some confirmation. Because there is some very, very nice potential takes here. Fantastic. Oh, you can't. Oh no.